Good morning, everyone. So it's about 7 a.m. over here in Giza. I already had breakfast. I'm like a completely different person over here. I wake up at around 6 in the morning and like, boom, I'm up. And so I jump out of bed, take a shower, and well, at the hotel, they have that fabulous breakfast that I showed pictures of. And so I go downstairs, eat breakfast. And then I'm ready to go, for my day, like at 7:30, just ready. It's so interesting because, back in the States, I'm not a morning person. I've really never been a morning person. So this is interesting to have so many hours in the day. But yeah, so I wanted to share something with you, which was my entry into Egypt. So when I got here, I left the first class lounge in the airplane and got into the terminal. And as I was walking in the terminal, there was this man and he's holding up a sign with my name on it, which I was like, oh. So, I go to the man and I'm like, hello, sir. My name is Javier Jaramillo. And he said, oh, Mr. Jaramillo, my name is Saeed. I was sent by the hotel and I'm going to accompany you through this process. And I'm like, what process are you talking about? And so he said, through customs and immigration and all of that stuff. And I said, oh, okay, great. So, we're talking. He's like, how was your flight? So, you're making small talk. So we get to station number 1, right? Which is you have to buy a stamp to get into Egypt. It's not really a stamp. It's like a sticker. It costs $25 and they peel the sticker. They put it in your passport. And so then you go on to the second process, right? And Cairo is a really big airport, and there's a lot of flights landing at the same time. So the line for immigration is super, super long. So Saeed says, sir, come with me this way, right? And there was a shorter line, right? And so we go through the shorter line and we get to immigration. And I'm like, what is this expedited service? Like, I really like it, right? Because one thing that was happening is that people that were in the other longer lines, they didn't know that they had to get this sticker. So they would get all the way up to the immigration officer and then they were being sent back because they didn't buy the sticker. So, we saved a lot of time doing that, right? So we get to the immigration officer and she looks at my passport and then she looks at me. And she looks at my passport, she looks at my face, and so then she calls in her compadre, right? And he looks at my passport, he looks at my face, looks at my passport, they're talking, right? And I'm sorry, you guys, it just seems like they're arguing or they're about to get in a fight anytime they're speaking here. And I know that's just me, like, not understanding. But I'm like, Saeed, what's going on here? Like, what? Because I'm starting to get alarmed, right? And Saeed is like, oh, no, sir. It's just that you're very hairy. And I'm like, what? He's like, well, your beard and your hair. And I was like, oh, because my passport, basically I clipped off my hair with a number 1 clipper and my face is completely clean shaven. So I just have a little round face, right? Well, it's not little, but I just have a round face with a lot of skin on my passport. So they call in the manager, and so the manager comes in of immigration. And so he's looking at my face and he's looking at my passport and looking at my face. And finally I'm like, sir, my beauty mark right here, right there, it's right there. This is that. And he says, oh, hands my passport back to the woman. Everybody's laughing because, and so they stamp it and they tell me to go through. And I'm like, are you serious, you guys? Like, you couldn't, okay, whatever, right? I'm not going to argue. Let's just go. Saeed, get me out of here, right? And so we go, we're getting my luggage, right? So Saeed gets my luggage. And so, station 4 is customs. And there's, again, a super long line because they're opening everybody's luggage. They're throwing things out. There's a lot of things that you can't bring into this country, you guys. So make sure that you go through the lists. If you come to Egypt or Qatar, make sure that you go through the lists of things you can bring and not bring because there's a bunch of things. And so they're just going to throw them out, right, at customs. So Saeed, because he's wearing his identification around his neck, he shows his identification to the customs agent, and the customs agent just kind of waves him by, right? And so Saeed is like, okay, sir, welcome to Egypt. The process is finished. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I said, they didn't check my bags? And he's like, nope, welcome to Egypt. And I thought, damn, like I could have brought a lot of stuff, you know. And not that, look, I didn't do it. I don't condone it because I don't want to be a basketball player stuck somewhere, right? So, but I just thought, wow, like expedited service. They didn't even check my bags. Like I wish I had a Saeed traveling with me everywhere whenever I went traveling, right? So we get out of the concourse, the airport, and Saeed takes me to the shuttle. He's like, "Sir, the shuttle is waiting for you, and they will be taking you to the hotel." And so he hands me off to the shuttle driver, and the shuttle driver's like, "Hello, Mr. Jaramillo, how are you? How was your, the small talk." So then he gets me to the hotel, which is about 15 minutes away from the airport. And I go to the Baron Hotel, after this heavy security, like there's heavy security to get into the hotel, metal detectors, x-ray machines, like it's serious stuff. So I felt really safe at the hotel. So I get to the front desk, reception, and the man is, so pleasant. It's about 10 o'clock at night, and which I'm glad, because the process probably, to get through the airport took me about 40 minutes. So I can't imagine how long it would have taken me not having Saeed with me, probably like 2 hours. So I get there, the reception man is like, "Sir, here's your key. Welcome to the Baron Hotel. I hope you have a pleasant stay. And if you need anything, just call us." And so 2 bellhops came up to get my luggage. I don't know why they needed to be 2, because you have to tip everybody, right? And so that we go up, they take me to my room. They put my luggage where I want it. They give me my key, and they're like, "Enjoy your stay, Mr. Jaramillo," and close the door. And I was like, here. I was like, wow, like I'm here. And it was so VIP, like, like it was really fabulous. So my first, welcome into Egypt was just like, wow. And so I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys, because it was just, even me, I'm still taken aback by it, because, it's kind of like I was held by the hand and guided through it the whole way. And, everything just turned out amazing. So I know that my trip here to Egypt is going to be just beyond anything that I could have imagined. And today, I'm already getting emotional. Today I'm going to be able to see the pyramids, which is something that I've had, inside of me since I was probably like 6 or 7 years old, right? So 40 years down the line, like, it's going to be a dream come true, And you guys, we all have things that we want in our life, and we don't even share them with our family or our parents. They're just things that we hold dear to us. And so I say, go get those things. If you have something that's dear to you, you've never shared it before, then just do it for you, right? So we're going to the pyramids later. I'm going to be up close and personal with them. I'll take a lot of video and pictures, and I'm just really happy to have you along on my trip with me. Makes me feel good, and I'm glad that you're enjoying every moment at the time that I am. So big hugs, and I will see you all again soon.